We are live. Yes, it says we're live. Oh, good morning, friends. How are we today?
Hello.
How's everybody today?
I think we need
on this 2 days out before Christmas. I feel like these last few days before Christmas have just been on slow mode. I just feel like I guess I'm grateful since I need more time. Angeline says hello. Tracy Kid says morning art parents and mods.
Hey, good morning. Oh, you didn't tell me that the.
Hey, how's your day? I did. I said we're live.
No, that it looks like it's zoomed in or something like that.
Zoomed in.
It looks really close, doesn't it?
It always looks like this to me. We've got a Bethany and a Brandy B says, good morning, friends. Jessica Pearson says, good morning. How is the weather there? It's snowing and icy in Oklahoma. Joel says, hi. And Stephanie says, morning.
Hello.
Hi, Steph. I feel you, girl. I feel you. It's fine. That's how we see it all the time.
Okay, good. So I'm looking at the colors from this one. So I think I need a little bit of brown for this background. But we're going to use purples and a little bit of teal and some green. So we're going to use these Dr. Martin inks.
A lot of good mornings.
Remember these? Super saturated ones?
The lid's screwed on tight on those, right?
I hope so. Okay, let's get just the tiniest drop. You guys see that? Okay.
Yes, but that's not even a drop. That's like a achoo.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're going to.
Green Turtle says Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
We got a whoa. In the middle of a snowstorm, it's going to be a white Christmas here. It's probably going to, well, I don't know if it's going to melt today. We'll see how it is here. We have a Nixia.
Hey, Misty.
Didn't even know you live streamed. We do, surprise.
Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
And Stephanie says, welcome to Chaos Friday, y'all. Your lovely mods and John are triggered this morning, LOL. Yes, because we remember those bottles of ink, that orange ink going everywhere. And we are a little
let's see what we can
today.
do.
Oh God, here we go. So glad I finally January started.
Oh.
What's your favorite color for doing portraits?
I like Windsor yellow or Windsor orange. Sorry.
Broadway Nerd says Merry Christmas with a lot of emojis.
Merry Christmas.
Let's see. So also says, hello, Scott. Good morning, good afternoon, depends on where you are. But I wanted you to know that you inspired me to create an art channel of my own, and I want to thank you for that.
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
Ao Akeem says, hello, Merry Christmas. Huge fan of your paintings.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Lynx the artist is here and says, hello there, fellow existences, and also Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry
How
Christmas.
you guys doing?
So it looks like I made like a ring and then an outer ring, and I have no idea what's supposed to go on this in between the rings. Like, I guess I wasn't thinking.
Are you seriously asking us what's going on?
I am. I don't know. This painting had no planning to it. We just started going for it, didn't we?
You did. You did indeed. Tips for inking.
Try to work your lightest, thinnest lines for where the light is hitting it, and your thickest, darkest lines for where something is in shadow.
What was the hardest part of the painting? Composition today.
No, I mean, it was all just doodles. You know, I think I was working on. I wasn't happy with the inking of her face, but I think the the watercolors kind of compensated by darkening it up a little bit.
My Christmas mood. How's my Christmas mood? My Christmas mood is fine.
She's wondering where her marshmallow soup
Oh,
is.
God. I bought this marshmallow cream to make fudge. I always make fudge every year. And there's no marshmallow cream in my house. I bought one jar yesterday thinking, oh, you know what? It's a good, there's no marshmallow cream in my house. I bought 4 jars of it and it's not in my house. I don't know where it is, but it is not in my house.
I just realized I was not recording.
Well, that's kind of, so I'm a little ticked off that I bought 4 jars of marshmallow cream and they're not here, but I'll just go buy some more today. Let's see, it is -2 where we are. Actually, let me be accurate. Let me be very accurate. Yeah, and it snowed last night, so we have a little light dusting of snow. Well, it says -1, feels like -20. So there you go. That is where we are.
That is where we are.
Mm-hmm. Emma says, I'm not caffeinated today. I'm sorry, I don't understand that. Do you think you'll make it to 1.5 million by January? Oh, good grief.
No, January's only a week away. But I think we'll make it in January.
Yeah. Do you think painting Santa something on video? Love from India.
Oh, I have painted Santa several times. That's actually how we met, on TikTok. Santa's really big on TikTok. And so I had painted Santa, and then we kind of became friends.
How do you know what color to use? That's an excellent question.
Well, I think this painting is going to turn into a video on how to steal like an artist, because everything that you're seeing is something that we looked at the book on Alphonse Mucha, and we chose different schemes and patterns and color swatches, and I will show you as soon as I'm done, just because I don't want this to dry with too much of a spot. But
they say that we should go to Budapest because they have great architecture there and it's super peaceful.
I would love that. Where is Budapest?
It's over by, Budapest is in Turkey, isn't it? No. I don't know. I'll try. I don't know. Having a moment. Let's see. Bethany says, I have not yet had enough caffeine for shaking ink bottles over artwork. You literally have traumatized all of us. All of us who've been here for a while.
Then my work is done here.
We're like, dude, seriously, like, just first of all, screw the lid on. Second of all, put it in a Ziploc bag. Then you can shake it anywhere you want.
All right, so you can see that this brown has a little bit of red to it. Can you guys see that?
It does indeed.
And that is because I put it in a red, like this was an old watercolor palette, I think, and it had some red still in it. So it picked up a little bit, because I don't mind. A little bit of red doesn't hurt. So what we did was, this was a photo based on this cosplayer. And then I looked at some different visuals from Alphonse Mucha. Can you guys see this okay?
Yes.
Okay. And I think
Did Santa pick up Kenzie's gift? It's not Christmas Eve yet.
I settled on this one for the background. And you see these little shapes. And so I used a stencil to create that shape. And then I used another stencil to fill in like what the flowers are in here. And then we looked at the trees from here. See these sweeping trees? in the background?
No, move it over. Thank you. We couldn't see it when you were holding it up. It was on
Okay.
screen.
So see these sweeping trees in the background? And so I did that here. And then for color, we looked at some different palettes, and I really liked this one, but you guys liked this one.
Yes.
So this is probably a little more red. I was going for a brown, but so that was going to be the background, and then I'm going to start filling in some of the purples.
Okay, guys, you're asking for tips on shadows and light. You're asking for tips on inking. You're asking for any kind of tips that you're looking for. Unless you have super specific questions, check the Art Hacks playlist. That will help. That'll be a good first place. And then if you've got something specific, let us know. This is not gouache today. It's going to be watercolors and inks.
Yes.
And you avoid back and neck pain while you're drawing.
I try not to draw for too long at a time. I get up, I walk around, or I go sit. I'm standing right now, so it just. I think you have to step away from time to time. Okay, let's try the purples. I think the trees will be purple.
Please screw that lid on. You hate me.
I got to make sure it's all mixed up. And then we're going to add one little drop.
Honey, what book was that you were pulling stuff out of?
It is Alphonse Mucha. This particular book isn't on sale anymore, but I did put a link in our resources page.
Is it out of print?
Yeah, I think it's out of print, but I put one that looked similar.
Oh, Budapest is the capital of Hungary. Thank you. Okay. God, so many questions. A lot of you must be new with the questions that you're asking.
We love the questions.
Okay, so no, I like that there's new people asking questions. That's what I'm getting at. So Scott started drawing when he was about 6 or 7. The initial medium that he started with was colored pencil. He took a break, kind of got back into art after about 10 years and started with watercolor. Today he is working in watercolor and inks. And he started out originally with a sketch the other day with pencil and then inked on top of it. And then what you see here so far is watercolor. You've never painted in Canto, but have you painted in Canto or did you just sketch them?
No, I sketched them. I did a whole sketchbook. There should be a video on Encanto.
If we can avoid going out in the snow today because it is so cold, we will. We are not going to be outside today. Even the dog doesn't want to be outside today. Scott has never washed that palette or a paintbrush or anything. Not big on cleaning his art supplies. Let's see. No, he started this painting on Monday, did a little bit more work on it on the backgrounds on Wednesday, and now he's finishing it up today.
Yeah, this was just kind of a let's see where it goes kind of piece. There was no planning to it. And we started it on Monday, and then we decided because I only got about this much watercolored to work on the background, finish up the body and work on the background on Wednesday. And then we made the background much more detailed than I was expecting on Wednesday. So we never really got a chance to start coloring the background. And so we decided we'll do that today. So it'll be 3 90-minute sessions. So it'll be about a 4.5 hour piece.
Okay, so the gouache that Scott uses is Winsor and Newton gouache, but as a beginner, you would recommend the Hindi gouache, correct?
For expense wise, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if you're a beginner with the means, then yeah, definitely try the Winsor and Newton.
How do you mix colors to get a lighter skin tone?
Oh, there's a video on that. There's a good video on that. Just look up in our Art Hacks playlist. There's how to paint skin.
Do you have any watercolor tips for a young artist?
Yes, get good paper is the number 1 tip, and the number 2 would be to work lights to dark.
you ever painted an elf? Oh my gosh, he did paint a bunch of elves.
Yeah, for Santa.
Yeah, for Santa. Why do you main Reinhardt in Overwatch?
I had a motorcycle accident, a couple decades ago, and so if I use a mouse, it gives me like a carpal tunnel, kind of like my wrist hurts, and so I've been using a trackball, which means my aim isn't great. So Reinhardt's great for someone who can't aim.
What multimedia sketchbook would you recommend?
When you say multimedia, I'm assuming just like pencils and markers or something, but I think anything will do. If it says multimedia, you should be okay.
Yeah, that's not necessarily true though, because you just bought special marker paper.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, multimedia means you just plan on playing around. If you want to go specific, like markers, there's marker sketchbooks. If there's watercolor, you got watercolor sketchbooks. So, but I mean, if you just multimedia to me just means that you just want to be able to just play around with inks and markers and whatever, colored pencils.
What inspired you to start doing art?
My family was artists. My mom, my uncles were artists, and so I was just around art a lot, and wasn't really good at anything else.
Is this from The Witcher?
The cosplay was from The Witcher, yes.
What do you think about the cold?
It's fine so long as it's outside and I'm inside.
Do you do stylized art or just realistic art?
I'm trying to go as stylized as possible, and the more I paint, the more I want to come up with my own style. But it always seems to start off with a realistic.
Actually, no, this is not on the website. They were asking if the inks were on the website for this.
Yeah, these because I did try these out.
No, the painting. Sometimes you do the black and white. And you
Oh, the inks. Oh, for like a coloring page. Yeah, no, we didn't scan this.
We did not scan this one.
I said this wasn't really planned out.
Yeah. What is your least favorite part about being married to a painter?
Oh, that's to you.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me think about that one. Probably, and this is not just how do I say this? I don't know. Scott's this kind of person who is always, he'll come up to me any time of the day. So I had an idea, and it drives me bananas because he has about 1 million of them a day. And I look at him, and sometimes I'm in awe, and sometimes I'm like, how the heck do you come up with this stuff on like an hour by hour basis? It drives me, I can't keep track of them all. Have you ever played Elden Ring?
No. It looks too dark for me.
What do you do when you have an artist called stiff wrists? Are there any exercises that you do?
I don't. Like I said, I tend not to paint or draw long enough to get sore wrists.
No, we've never been to Tunisia. They want you to make Christmas art. I kept asking him to make something for Christmas, but he didn't want to do it. Did you or do you use a light box or a light pad for tracing?
I did a while ago, but then I discovered the TV projector, and I like that much better.
What do you think about less detailed clothing? Is it better because it doesn't take away attention from the model?
Depends on the situation, but I think as storytellers, we have to decide what's important and what's not. And definitely, there's going to be situations where you don't want as much detail on certain things, whether it be clothing or the background or whatever. So that way, the focus goes to where you want to look.
Yes, Donna is Scott's wife. Let's see. He has made anime art. Do you play Valorant?
No.
Have you watched JoJo?
Nope.
Let's see. Thoughts on Harry Potter?
I like Harry Potter.
Are you going to still draw with watercolors, or are you going to try more art materials? I'm very curious about more art materials to see what I'm into.
I think I'll keep trying a little bit. I'm always going to do watercolors, but I think a little bit of everything is kind of fun.
I'm talking about like Try-Day Friday,
Yeah.
you know, things like that.
All right, I think I'm going to take this purple and I'm going to mix a little bit of cherry red into it, so that way each one of these layers gets a little more red.
Best advice for someone who wants to get into drawing?
Draw every day. Fill up a sketchbook. Don't draw from your imagination. Draw what you see.
Do you like the alcohol markers?
Yeah, they're fun.
Why don't you use the flesh tint as a color?
I don't think any human being is flesh tint colored, and there are so many colors in a human being. If you look, you'll see skin is semi-translucent. You'll see, purples and stuff from the blood running through. You'll see pinks. You'll see yellows. You'll see reds. And so once you stop thinking of this is flesh color and you start to actually look at your reference, you start to look at a human being and you see all of the colors in there. That's where the fun is, finding those colors and making it something unique.
What's your favorite thing to draw, and what's your favorite thing to draw with?
Hair and watercolors. Hold on, blow dryer.
Cool Socks has a really interesting question. Can you go over undertones?
Undertones.
Like the stuff you find in the skin. I think that's a great question because you're always saying that you see color in there.
Yeah.
And it's when you point it out, it's easier for other people. I will say it for me, it's easier for me to see what you see when you point it out.
Yeah. It's kind of like asking me about shadows.
They've asked about that.
Exactly. That's why I'm bringing it up. It's like one of those things where I know how to see it. I'm not sure if I know how to explain it. If I can come up with a way to explain it, I will, but it's not really something that instantly I went, oh, yeah, it's like this. And so I will think about it if I can.
What do you think about abstract art?
Not a fan. It's still art, though. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean it's not art.
What advice would you give someone who's beginning with watercolors?
Get good watercolor paper. Paper is the most important thing. And then work lights to darks.
How do you not give up, or what are your tips on not giving up / getting better?
Well, I think some of that is just pure belligerence and saying, I mean, some people, like when they say some people just don't know when to give up, that would be me. And so you kind of have to tell yourself, is this something that you really want to do? And then put your mind at rest, knowing that you're going to suck for many years. And in your mind, you're always going to suck. You're always going to be horrible because that's how artists are. We want to be better. We don't know how to be better, but we know if we keep going, we are going to get better. It's just we can't see the progress. So you kind of have to train yourself to be stubborn.
What's your favorite art piece you've ever made?
Probably the Animal Crackers movie poster.
Quite a few people are wanted to let you know that they're getting watercolors.
Oh, that's great.
And sketchbooks for Christmas.
That's fantastic.
Can't wait to see what you guys make.
All right, time for some blue for like a sky kind of thing.
Please make sure those are closed.
I'm trying.
Right. Let's see. I was just about to do some watercolor, but I came across your live stream. Well, don't let us stop you. Grab your paintbrush. Okay, so on our website, there is a list of all of Scott's art supplies that he uses. So you guys can see what he uses to make art. Everything that he uses is listed there. Let's see. I love the way the trees in the background aren't all the same shade of purple, but rather is a smooth gradient that shifts colors.
That's the hope, you know. The thing about watercolors, and especially this kind of inky watercolors, is that they're going to do what they're going to do. Like you see how the blue is now picking up some of the purple. It's bleeding into it because I got a little messy with that.
Lydia says, I love your art and I applied to an art high school. My chance of getting in is low, but I know I will keep doing art anyway. And I want to thank you because you helped me so much in my art.
Oh, that's wonderful, Lydia.
Bethany does have an Instagram, and she also has a YouTube channel right here where you can see her do her oil paintings. Do you have a favorite watercolor pigment?
Payne's Gray.
Do you know Huta Chan on YouTube? Just asking.
It doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah. Let's see. How old were you when you got serious with art?
Probably in high school when I had to decide where I was going to go to college.
Have you ever watched The Amazing World of Gumball?
It sounds familiar. Was it on Disney?
Are you using watercolor or gouache?
I am using Dr. Martin's Radiant Concentrated Watercolors. They come in little tubes or little bottles.
What is the name of the character you're painting?
There isn't a name, but I think that it's based off of a cosplay of Ciri from The Witcher.
Can you show the photo reference?
Yes.
When you used to make comics, what media did you work?
When I first started, it was colored pencils. And then when I did Spider-Man, it was digital. It was 3D.
A swordfish, yeah. Who lives on Drury Lane? What are you guys doing for Christmas? We are staying home for Christmas. Grandma came to visit us for Christmas, so we are staying home. We do not have the sheep painting from the Santa collab that went to or is going to a very special person.
It's all wrapped up and waiting for Santa to stop by.
Do you have any tips for face proportions?
I think there's 1 or 2 videos on that.
Yeah, that's in the Art Hacks playlist. What brand of watercolor paper do you recommend?
For cheap, I'm using right now is the Canson XL paper. And for expensive, you can either go Arches or, my favorite is for something like this size is the Arches. But I use the Be Creative sketchbook.
Our puppy is not with us today. She is upstairs in front of the heater because that's how cold it is outside. Did you have your Hobbit hole built or did you buy it that way?
Oh, there's a video on that, but yes, we built it.
Yes, we did. You have a very wonderful friend who's very talented. Let's see. After many years of digital art, you inspired me to get back into watercolor painting.
Oh, nice.
Ray, I don't know what camera you're asking about. How much is the camera? You need to tell me what camera you're talking about.
Well, that is a different background. I'm not sure I'm thrilled with the red here.
Hey Scott, I've been wanting to make my own channel on YouTube and share my art, but I'm not confident enough. I feel like I would mess up.
Well, you are going to mess up. I mess up every day.
All the time.
Yeah, you have to be.
Have you not heard us say he's going to don't spill the ink?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be okay with messing up. Messing up is a part of the learning process.
Messing up is a part of life.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, now we're going to use teal and green.
There is a video on Art Block. You can check that out in the Art Hacks playlist. Also, my art is a mosaic, Zeltron. Do you have any tips on finding your art style? You can find that there. There's a video on that. I love the contrast of the hair and the face. You should try to paint steampunk. I believe it would look amazing. Our son loves steampunk. Eloise wants to know what they should draw because they're bored, and my answer would be a red panda in a sand hat. What schools do you recommend for people wanting to go into design/art?
I don't know schools, and unfortunately, I graduated in 1991, so I don't really have any firsthand knowledge of what schools to go to. I'm sorry.
Killing me, Smalls. You had to say that out loud. Some of these kids weren't born yet. Boy, that hurts. How do you choose a background?
It depends on the situation, I think. You know, in this situation, we kind of sat and we looked at a Alphonse Mucha book, and we decided what kind of background, what kind of, you know, stencils, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, like I said, it depends. If when you're just doodling like this, you're not spending a lot of time overthinking it. I wonder if I could just go over it with
How
green.
are you enjoying these paints so far?
I like these concentrated watercolors for something like this. They're very saturated. I'm watering them down a ton, but I think I like it. I like the feel of it.
Do you remember your first famous painting, and would you ever recreate the first painting you've done?
I don't think I've ever had a famous painting. So yeah,
And Scott does not like to go back and redo paintings.
no,
What type of books do you read?
I don't. I mean, I used to listen to audiobooks while painting, and I just don't do that anymore because I'm usually when I'm painting, I'm on a live now. So I haven't listened to a book in probably 3 or 4 years.
Favorite TV show and movie?
Favorite TV show is either The West Wing, Law and Order, Justified, or Avatar: The Last Airbender. Favorite movie is The Princess Bride.
Do you have any YouTube play buttons?
Yes, it's those plaques. We got one for 100,000 and it was silver. And then we got a gold one for $1 million.
Those are called play buttons?
Yeah.
No, he's never used spray paint as a medium. Yes, we sell his art. If one of the mods could put the link into the store, that would be great. All of this stuff, art supplies that Scott uses and recommends, that he's tried is on our website under art supplies. There's also under the resources section, products we've tried.
So the ones I use are in the art supplies, the ones we've tried and I don't use regularly.
Right,
or
the art supplies we've tried.
Yeah.
He would not like to paint massive canvases or paint blindfolded.
That's what it felt like when I was doing the drawing left-handed yesterday.
You guys are just questions today. Boy, I can't keep up. I want to keep up, but I can't keep up. Favorite Marvel character?
Spider-Man.
Um,
Spider-Man's my favorite comic book character. Captain America is my favorite MCU character.
Talk about your color palette, like your purples and blues and the colors you use for the skin.
We picked it based on one of the paintings from Alphonse Mucha in the book. So we looked at it and we chose our color palette from that.
Okay, Scott's been drawing since he was about 6 or 7. He doesn't draw emotions specifically. Any tips on doing watercolor using 110 GSM paper? Not ideal, but I don't have much of a choice.
I would say tape it down, or clip it down or something, because it's going to warp.
Go easy on the water, maybe.
No, you really can't, but you know.
Yes, he has tried mixing alcohol markers and Prismacolor pencils.
Yeah, it's a good blend.
Is it hard to pick your colors?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I think as artists, sometimes we have our favorite palettes. And, sometimes you go, well, I don't want to just keep using the same colors. But other times there's a reason why you like those colors. And so you want to keep using them. I like the way these colors go together. So you'll find colors that you like.
That's how Scott got down to the 12 colors that he uses. It's trial and error and what you like. Okay, let's see. Would you do a tutorial on the stretch paper technique?
I had a friend who did that on TikTok, and they did it much better because I don't really stretch my paper.
I didn't even know people did stretch paper.
Yeah, you wet it
I didn't know that.
and stretch it with the brown tape, and it's a whole process.
For your Winsor Ending watercolors, did it come with a brush, and should I get the cotton version? None of the paints.
Well, no, the little travel kit does come with a tiny little brush.
But the tubes do not.
The tubes do not.
Should they get the cotton version?
I think if you're starting off, yeah, absolutely.
Or if you have never done anything before and you just want a basic set with everything in it, try the Gravity set. It's only $25 with our code, and you get paper and the pencil and watercolors and brush. And if you've never touched a thing before and you want to play, I think that's a good set. And I don't get anything out of it, so I just think it's good for people starting out. Okay, I don't know what these are, but I'm going to ask you this question anyway. Do you ever use those isolating glue thingies that can peel and leave a white part?
Oh yeah, the Friskets.
Frisket. Oh my God. How did you get Frisket out of that? I had no clue what they were asking about. Wow.
Yeah, I have some. I never use it. I used
to.
Yeah. I used to have an airbrush too, and so it works really good for something like that. But for me, I found that sometimes I don't want it to be that clean. Sometimes I want it to go over the lines. I want it to feel handmade. I think the more that digital art becomes the main form of art, the more you want to see the mistakes. The more, that's the one thing that traditional art can give you that doesn't come naturally with digital art, which is the messiness and the mistakes and the unintended consequences, because we don't have an undo button. And so I tend to.
Although you did love the undo button in digital art.
Yeah, it's an amazing tool, but again, the art then loses the mistakes, and so I think that's why I don't like using anything that makes my art too clean, is because I think the mistakes is what makes it human. And again, in no way am I in any way disparaging digital art because I think it's amazing. And I'm not saying that digital art is in any way not human, but I'm saying that I think that's the one thing that I'm trying to emphasize with traditional art is the mistakes.
Okay, hold on one second. Let me look in my Goodreads, and I'll be able to tell you what I've read recently. And that people are asking what I've read. Okay, so there's a really great book series called The Countess of Harlem Mysteries, and I've read those. The author's Diane Freeman. But then I went on kind of a Christmas thingamajiggy, and I'm reading. I read Hygge and Kisses, The Christmas Bookshop, and Meet Me Under the Mistletoe, and I'm currently reading A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, which I read every single year before Christmas, because I just have to. It's a thing. So that's what I'm reading and what I've read. Have you ever tried making your own sketchbook? No, he has not. Yes says, it's the onion bagel painting.
Yeah, it is.
Bluetooth, draw a red panda with a Santa hat. I just joined and it looks beautiful. I really want to paint and draw on your level.
Oh, thank you.
Practice, practice, practice. It is 9:43 a.m. on our part of the globe. We have had a light dusting of snow last night and it is -1 degrees. No, I do not do art, but I journal. Why does Siri have green hair?
Oh, because I'm not trying to draw Siri. I just used that as a photo reference and thought I liked green hair better than just the white hair.
Okay, what's your favorite Doctor Who? Yes, we've watched Doctor Who, obviously.
Baker. Was he number 4? All right, so here's an interesting thing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but on this side, there's obviously a little bit of my fingerprints. And you can kind of almost see where the water and the ink are not picking it up because the oil from my fingers is there. That happens from time to time.
Emma's loving the purple and the blue.
Thank you.
Okay, there's a video on Scott's art over the years, and so in that one you'll see his very first paintings all the way up till very, very current stuff. Have you ever tried any black wing pencils?
I don't think so.
Because I've tried black wing pencils and I love them. They're fantastic. The ones I've tried are a little too dark for Scott. What color are you doing the swirly things?
Oh, they're going to be green.
Donnie, you never get questions, so here's one for you. What's your favorite journal book? Oh, you're very sweet. I think you get enough. It's okay. My favorite journals are Archer and Olive. They're 160 GSM paper, and I like to use my fountain pens with them, and they are fantastic. Oh, dotted line or blank. Oh, I like the dotted ones. And again, it's the 160 GSM paper. It's just a thick paper that I can use my fountain pens with because the fountain pens are my favorite things to write with on the whole planet. Gail says onion bagel fingerprints. They're really milking this onion bagel.
Yeah.
Do you like gouache or watercolor more?
I like them both equally, but if I had to pick one, it would be watercolor because I think I'm just more comfortable with watercolor. But gouache is very, I think some of my favorite paintings were in gouache.
How do you get your watercolors to look so vibrant? Mine always looked washed out.
Well, the paper makes a huge difference. This isn't even great paper, but
Those are also inks, aren't those more saturated?
Yeah, these are very saturated. No, these are watercolors, but they're concentrated watercolors. They're very saturated. But even this green is pretty vibrant. That's just Winsor Newton. But if you watch, there's a video on the paper where I try the Crayola, and we use the Crayola paper, and then you use the Arches paper, and you could see how much more vibrant it is.
Yeah.
And
when you put the Crayola watercolors on the Arches paper, I almost fell over because it was the yellow was so vibrant.
Yeah.
And it was just because all he changed was the paper.
Yeah,
That was
the
it.
paper makes a huge difference, and 100% cotton paper is really. This is not 100% cotton paper, so if I was to do this on the arches, it would be even more vibrant.
Yesterday I stocked up on supplies in case the Texas power grid unalives itself again.
Oh
I
gosh.
hope that doesn't happen because you guys really suffered through that one. I love your art, and you inspired me to get back into doing art also. I live in Illinois, and I got a lot of snow last
Oh,
night.
thank you, and hope you
Wow,
guys
you
are
know
staying
what?
warm.
It is, there's nothing better than a hot cup of tea and a little snow outside and maybe some art time. I love, let's see, where was that? Oh, I just lost another comment. They keep bouncing on me. Have you ever watched Peaky Blinders? If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it for you.
Oh yeah, I did. I finished the whole thing, loved it. I don't know if they're coming out with another season, but there is a Peaky Blinders video too with 4 of the characters.
Where do you get your ideas on what to paint?
Oh gosh. Well, this was just a photo from a model that I followed, and then we just started adding some Art Nouveau stuff to it. But
well, you didn't like the way direction it was going, so you pulled out the Art Nouveau book and you kind of like worked through it with everybody to ask them what to do. So it's been kind of a nice collaboration.
You got to look at them sometimes as a journey. And the other thing is, if you're making art every day, you'll have good days and bad days, and so you just kind of go, well, I'm just going to play around, and I may like this and I may not, but you kind of just do that, and I think it takes the pressure off of you.
Scott, I'm just getting back into sketching for the first time in about 6 months. Are there any tips that you have?
Draw what you see, not from your imagination. Go around, fill up a sketchbook of just daily things. Draw people, places, things, animals, etc.
Yes, he prefers cold pressed paper to go with his watercolors.
Okay.
Wait, we have an Anne-Marie and a David.
Hey, Anne-Marie and David.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
Time for green.
It's night in India. Every time you shake those, I just, I get this little knot in my stomach. Does old yet high quality paper still work?
Yeah, I don't think paper can go bad.
I don't think so either. Paper's just paper. Do you prefer or find it easier to draw male or female characters?
I think male characters are infinitely easier to draw. Female characters need a lot more subtlety and finer lines, whereas male characters, you can just kind of go for it. And the more lines, the more rugged and dirty and whatever, especially an older person like an Ian McKellen. Oh, they're so fun to do.
You're so fun. Daniel asks, how do you decide where to paint first? Do you go left to right or from the center out?
Well, I'm right-handed, so I go top left to bottom right. So if you remember, I started up here and I ended up down here. And that's so that way I don't smudge it. If you're left-handed, go from top right to bottom left. All right, so this green, I'm going to want more.
Watercolor. Can you give me some tips about light and shading to make a good painting?
Light and shading is just following your reference. Really, you just want to work your lightest colors first, and then come in and finish off with your darkest colors. With watercolors, that's really what it's about. Plotting out your lights and your darks ahead of time, and then starting with the lights first.
Unless you're on a live with a couple thousand people, and then you ask them, what do you think about this color?
Yeah, what should I do? What should I do?
What about this background? What do you think? Shaylin says, thank you for inspiring me. You have no clue the impact you have had on so many people.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me.
It does. It really does. We come here every 3 times a week. 3 times a week. And we're amazed every time that you guys
Yeah, we love hanging
and-
out with you.
And you ask questions, and you still want to be here with us after I don't even know how many months. And yeah, we're constantly amazed, and we look forward to it. Like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we're like, sorry, we can't do anything at 9 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're gonna go live with our friends. That's it.
Yeah.
So, dear Scott, I'm new to the channel, and I wanted to say I discovered you on Shorts. You and your advice have given me the confidence to do art again. I stopped for a while because I thought I wasn't good. That is Frog. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you. That's good to hear.
I'm just glad you're painting again.
Yeah.
David says, oh my gosh, this looks incredible. Good morning, all. David, we're happy you're here. And if you guys haven't seen, David, if necessary, is our resident digital artist.
Yeah.
He is phenomenal and makes wonderful digital characters that are really, really very
Hot.
Yeah, I was trying to find a way to say that wasn't saying that, but yes, he does, and they're very well drawn. So you've got Bethany Primrose, who does oils. You've got David, who does our digital stuff. Nixia is a fiber artist. Steph Nerd is a wonderful baker, and she paints. She's like amazing. And Emma is also a watercolor painter, and she makes beautiful paintings as well. So you guys got a really good. You got a really good crew here, guys. Chimera says, hello, my friend. I started painting after watching Bob Ross, and because of you, I started drawing in my sketchbook.
Oh, fantastic.
I told myself, if it's full of garbage, at least it will be full.
Exactly. I love that.
That's fantastic. If it's full of garbage, at least it will be full. You know what? I say that every day when I pick up my notebook to write in my book. I go, well, at least I'm writing again today.
Yep.
At least I'm putting the pen to paper. I love that. That is fantastic. Hi, Scott. My friend and I bonded over finding out that we both watch you. I also now want a zebra brush. LOL.
Oh, that's adorable. Say hi to your friend for me, too.
Oh, my gosh. So, Miriam, on that note, I'm going to plug us for January, guys. We're going to be giving away a bunch. And when I say a bunch, I mean I have 2 huge boxes in the garage of art supplies that we've been gifted over the last 9 or 10 months. Some are gently used, some are brand new, and we're going to be sharing them with all of you, or as many of you as I can share them with in January. I am not asking any shipping. I will ship anywhere you are worldwide.
Our gift to you.
Yes.
I do have a question. Do you want sketchbooks that I've like the rock, the stone paper sketchbook that I've already started sketching in, where I've got the drawings in them? Would you guys want that, or do you guys just want the?
Do you want?
Because they also put my name on it too.
Yeah. Okay, cold press paper for watercolor, hot press paper for gouache. Honey, what paintbrushes are you using right now?
I'm using the Etcher Labs synthetic brushes.
Would you rather do watercolor or colored pencil?
I like watercolor.
Do you like painting natural backgrounds with no people, or do you prefer people in your designs?
I like without people when I do my backgrounds. I like people to draw like this person, and then just like an abstract kind of background, but.
Those would be so cool to have a sketchbook. Can you ship to Africa? Yes, we will ship anywhere in the world. There are a few countries where we have actually, unfortunately, received art back from, like India. I wish. But yes, we will ship them. I threw away my old sketchbook because I thought it was ugly. Why?
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh no. Laura says, hello, Scott and Donna. I'm a 10-year-old girl, and you and your wife are beautiful and smart. Love you.
Oh, thank you.
You're so cute. Lara, do you do art too? What's your favorite animal, honey?
A cheetah.
I don't think anybody will mind already started sketchbooks. Emma is begging you to stop shaking them over the art. She's already sick and can't cope with it anymore. So please knock it off. You're giving her agita, honey. I don't want to see that. Send them all used as well. Okay.
You just have to promise us that you will continue to use them.
Yes, there's a lot. Sometimes there was only a few pages that he's used, but just let us, tag us in the stuff. Join the Discord and tag us in the stuff that you make. Bumblebee says, just wanted to stop by and wish you guys and everyone here a very merry Holly Jelly happy holidays. I love your vids and art a lot. They're very inspirational.
Oh, thank you. Same to you.
Right back at you. I like what you did with the trees. Hey, Timo Floyd's here.
Hey,
Timo. Morning,
Timo.
Lady Crackers. Happy Festivus.
Happy Festivus.
Mystery says, I'm crocheting and only half listening, but you got my attention at Fiber Artist. Who is the one? That would be Nixia. She's on here. She is a Fiber Artist. Oh, cute. Shriyashi's sister loves us so much, all in capital letters. Donna, have you had the chance to do as much holiday baking as you wanted to? What was your favorite bake so far? I haven't baked a darn thing. I've been running around like
every night. I go, are you baking cookies tonight?
Yes.
She goes, no, I'm too tired.
Yes. Oh, shut up. Who's the one sitting in the kitchen cooking for hours on end for the whole darn family? Don't ask me to bake on top of cooking all that crap.
I'm so tired.
I tried embroidery when I was a kid. I would bet you money Scott's never tried embroidery. Is the transition from watercolor to gouache quick in your opinion? It seems interesting. Yeah,
it is. It is. It is a different way of approaching the piece because you're going to work your midtones to your darks and then come in with your highlights last. So it is a little different, but I like it. It's fun to play around, and it's kind of fun sometimes to go back and forth between the two.
Okay. In the banner is the person you drew the banner on the website? Yes. Anne Marie is adulting. Yay! Hi, Anne Marie.
Hey, Marie. That's actually my screensaver.
Yeah.
Oops.
How do I improve my art? Because mine is terrible.
Practice. And please, please, please don't be drawing out of your head. And everybody, when I say don't draw out of your imagination, that's not like a rule. That is just saying you learn from observing. My entire childhood and teens were me drawing my original character out of my head all the time, and I never really got better at it to the point to where it really made a difference. It wasn't until I started drawing the world around me, drawing buildings and drawing, that you start to see shapes and you start to see light and shadow. You don't get that from just drawing your original character out of your head. So that's why I'm saying that. I'm in no way invalidating people who draw out of their head. I think it's amazing. What I'm saying is if you want to improve your visual storytelling, you're going to need to draw what you see.
Do you enjoy making art for friends and family, or is that too much pressure, or do you prefer doing it for yourself?
No, I love giving art as gifts.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think it's definitely much more personal, and
people love it.
I would rather hand someone a painting of a loved one at a funeral than try to console them. I don't know what to say. If you lose a dog or a cat, or it's just easier for me to say I love you or I'm thinking about you with a painting.
Angela Smith sent you a tip and said Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you.
What games do you like playing?
Hold on. Thank you, Mr. Clock. I play Overwatch, and I like to play Zelda, but it's been years since the first one came out, so I'm waiting for. I know it's not the first Zelda, but
unless his mom is here, aka Grandma, and then Card Shark takes over. No. His mom is the biggest card shark on the face of the planet. I swear to God, that woman wins everything. Luckily, we don't play for money anymore. Whew, I'd be broke. Marble Mango wants to know, how do you go about pricing art?
I give myself an hourly rate, like say $50 an hour. And then if something takes me an hour, I'll charge $50 for it. If something takes me 2 hours, I'll charge $100, and so on.
And so does doing art all the time for YouTube take something out of art for you? That's actually a really good question.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's not like a horrible thing. I probably don't spend time just making art for me. But that said, I think I make all of my art for me. Like I might not paint Zendaya, or is it Zendaya, for myself. But for the most part, like this one is kind of for me. And I think it also helps because at least I know that if it was just me, if I wasn't doing this for YouTube, I would take this and I would, just go, all right, I'm done with that, and then put it in a drawer and then never think about it again. Whereas at least it'll become a video, I'll talk about it, and it'll become hopefully a story in some way.
Okay. How do you personally keep yourself active on social media? I have a few socials and I'm struggling to get my art seen online, so I was looking for tips.
Well, definitely having getting any kind of following is the key. And I wish I could tell you precisely what it takes to find your place on social media, but I will say it is kind of a crapshoot. It's there's a lot of luck that goes into it. And so don't take it personally if you can't do it. I tried for many years on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. I was on Tumblr. It just, you just don't know. And so I will say that. The other thing though that I think does help is being consistent. If you only post once a week, I don't think that's gonna do it. You have to give. You have to think about how often do you go online to look to see, to watch videos. It's probably 20 times a day. I think at least once a day you should have something new to post. And if you're not ready for that kind of commitment, then social media may not be the thing for you.
Social media is also hard because you have to be able to take the comments that people make about your art. And so you are putting yourself out.
It's not about your art. You know what? They're just trolls. So
They
when people just kind of come on and bash your art, and that's not what a normal person would do in a normal situation. Those are just people.
They have to have the right mindset in order to deal with that.
Yeah.
Put themselves on social
You have to know in advance that those are not human beings. Those are not real people. That's not a real interaction. So just keep that in mind.
Okay. Solar Linus Elite sent you a tip and says, "Hey Scott, I've been sharing your videos with my boyfriend lately. We're both artists, and he said you're like that cool art teacher everyone wanted in school and got mad when not put in your class."
Oh, thank you.
That's cute. That's cute. There is a video on Art Block. A lot of people are saying Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas. Yeah. Happy Holidays.
We love you guys.
Happy Festivus. Happy Hanukkah.
Ooh, he never puts his brushes in his mouth. Bethany does that, which she should never do. But Scott never does that.
That's unsanitary.
Are you sure that's sanitary?
I was just waiting for you to say that.
I can't help it. Are you giving your artwork away as presents?
No, we did that November.
For the 1 million.
Yeah.
I think they mean maybe as for Christmas this year.
Oh no. My family has enough of my artwork. They're sick of it.
Yeah. No, they're not actually, but
Like, when you think the kids be like, "Oh, you gave me a drawing. Thanks,
Dad."
Dad." Yeah,
That's
no,
okay. They
any
can't be kids, but
their entire lives, if they're like, "Dad, can you draw me, Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean?" Sure. Can you draw me?
yeah, now it's like,
Yeah.
ugh, okay, fine, whatever. Have you ever tried to play Stardew Valley?
No, I have not.
Let's see. Um, I want to get into drawing. Can I get some tips? Start with the Art Hacks playlist. That is
Yes.
a great place. to
Draw
start.
what you see. Draw every day. Don't draw from your imagination. Fill up a sketchbook of just the world around you.
Where is the part 2 of the collab with Santa Claus?
Oh, it's on Santa's page. There's a link. There's a pinned comment.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch the video, you'll see it says at the end, it says, go to Santa's page to see part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Please, 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 everybody do it.
Yeah, give him some love too. Follow his channel. Give him some love. What is your most expensive art supply and what is your cheapest art supply?
I think my most expensive art supply would be my drawing table. And my cheapest art supply would probably just be a pencil or an eraser or something.
You ever dabbled in animation?
Yeah. My
That's
first
funny.
job was working for Sega of America. I did 16-bit animation for the Sega Genesis. I did tons of video games. And then my first animation job was working on the Casper movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did Power Rangers. And then I did a bunch of commercials and Aliens versus Predator and X-Files and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then we made an animated film called Animal Crackers.
Yeah.
Blow dryer.
Scott started drawing when he was about 6 or 7. Midnight Angel gifted their older sister's paintings for Christmas, and they threw them out.
Oh no!
That was just rude.
Sisters are literally the worst.
They are.
They're the worst.
Not mine, but those are the worst. Oh my gosh. What's your opinion on croissants? Fly to Paris and have some. They're delicious.
They're not bad. I'm a bagel person myself.
I never met a croissant I didn't like. When I try to do watercolor, I don't know why. Some things when I'm drawing paint, it looks good, but after it dries, it looks messed up.
Oh, paint changes color when it dries. So you gotta plan for that. You do. All right, here we go. Outline time.
Oh boy, the outline. The proverbial outline. Let's see. Scott does not read the chat. That's kind of why I'm here, because he can't paint and read the chat at the same time. So I read it to him so he can answer your questions. Oh my gosh. What's your favorite art supply you have reviewed? Sorry.
Oh, I think the one that I was the most shocked of was the Artex acrylic markers. That was really cool. I think the one that brought me the most joy was the Etcher Labs Perfect Sketchbook, because the hair journal came from that. And I really like the hair journal.
Oh, we know. We love the hair journal. A lot of people love the hair journal. Do you even remember the first thing you ever painted?
Painted?
Yeah.
I don't remember. No.
Yes, there's a Discord. Go to our website, scroll all the way to the bottom. The blow dryer is for drying the paint. It dries it quicker, so you don't have to sit here and watch paint dry. We have the Ohuhu markers coming to us, and then Scott is going to try them.
I've got my Goofy video queued up and ready to go.
Why is the hair green?
Oh, I just like green hair. Thought it would be fun.
My hair is dyed green like the drawing. There is a list of all of Scott's art supplies on the website, and maybe one of the mods can put that in. And there are links to we buy stuff at Blick, we buy stuff at Jet Pens, and there's a link to Amazon, mostly Blick and Jet Pens. If he's not going to an art supply store. Why do you love green hair?
Oh, not always, but I just, you just kind of go, I think she'll have green hair.
There is a video to get out of art block. Crystal says, I walked into him saying sisters are the worst and I'm a sister, LOL. How is this a doodle? This is amazing.
Well, it started off as a doodle, and then we decided to give it one more day to kind of ink the background, and then that ended up with us getting the inking done on Wednesday and going, well, maybe we'll spend one more day doing the colors on the background. And so it was just, sometimes they get away from you.
What is the easiest paint you've worked with?
Winsor & Newton.
I love Jet Pens, I know. Jet Pens is an online store, and they sell pens and paper and
Jets.
A whole bunch of things. They don't sell jets. They have some Japanese stationery products and pencils and a whole bunch of cool stuff. How much time do you spend drawing daily?
Maybe an hour or two.
We've been asked this question so many times. How do you find high quality stencils? And we always basically stumble upon stencils. We never go out looking for stencils, but we'll be in somewhere like a Michael's or Plaza Art, and Scott will see a stencil and he'll just pick it up. He literally has a drawer full of stencils.
Yeah, just whenever I see them, I pick them up. But I did go onto Amazon and find a bunch that I thought were okay, and I think there's a link in the art supplies. You can use those as kind of a starter. I didn't buy those personally, but they looked okay.
What pen are you using right now? Because that doesn't look like the normal one.
This is the medium zebra brush pen. So it's the one I use for my thick outline.
Have you tried the Mission Gold watercolors?
I have not.
How do you stay consistent with your art, like drawing every day and stuff and such?
I don't think my art is in any way consistent. It feels like every piece is different. Sometimes I'm doing colored pencils. Sometimes I'm doing watercolors. Sometimes my stuff's a little more realistic. Sometimes it's a little more caricature. I have a very hard time with consistency. So, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's just exploring,
Okay. Scott's favorite piece that he's done is the Animal Crackers movie poster. Scott, I'm curious, are you stressed about people watching you draw right now, or are you confident enough in your ability that you don't mind anymore?
No, it's neither. I'm not stressed, but I'm also not confident. I just don't.
There's a little bit of nervousness that goes with it.
There always is a little bit, yes, but I mean, you have to start to understand that making art is putting, without it sounding corny, is like putting your soul out there, and you have to be okay with, like, if someone goes, haha, you made a mistake, it's like, haha, yes, I did, I know. You have to know that you're going to make mistakes. You have to know you're not going to like your art all the time, but you do it in the hopes that maybe this time you might like it. And so there's a lot of putting yourself out there and learning to be okay with it. And if you're not ready to do that, that's totally okay. But that's what you're doing. All right, I'm gonna try
What's your favorite animal?
a cheetah. I'm gonna try a Posca pen. I think it's gonna pick up the watercolors.
Uh-oh. What's your favorite game?
Currently I am playing Overwatch 2, but I think if they came out with Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 right now, that would be my number one game.
Why is your brush tip so much more flexible on the zebra brush pens?
Because that's how they make them.
It's a brush tip. It is by definition. It's a flexible tip to your pen.
See how it's picking up the purple?
Oh man, yeah. Those are Scott's favorite pen, is the zebra brush pens. And there's a link to all of those in his art supplies. If you go to some place like a Jet Pens, you'll be able to see, type in zebra brush pen in the search bar, and you'll be able to see all of the different zebra brush pens that they offer. What's your biggest art tip that you suggest to every beginner artist?
Draw everything every day.
Let's see, we talked about the liner. We haven't used those. What is your least favorite art item except acrylics?
Oils. Those oil pastels are not my favorite.
I do believe you threw those on the ground. Is it okay to do only realistic portraits, or should I try other styles too?
It's okay to do whatever you want. There's no right or wrong with art. I mean, it's not okay for you to not enjoy it. So, I mean, I guess there's that. But I mean, if you're gonna do it, please do something that makes you happy.
Any recommendation for drawing teeth at this moment? There's teeth.
It's right here.
Right
We talked about this. We talked about this on Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go back to Wednesdays and fast forward to that. Yeah. Yeah, this is not coming out white at all.
No, it's not.
So I don't think the Poscas are it.
Yep, he means Reinhardt in Overwatch. What about oil painting thoughts? His thoughts are talk to Bethany Primrose.
Yeah.
Honey, who's your favorite artist?
I don't have a single favorite. I have many favorites. Alphonse Mucha, obviously, because I'm copying his work right now. Drew Struzan, J.C. Leyendecker. So many.
There is a video on Art Block. Who's Nouveau? Art Nouveau is an art style. Why do you outline in white?
I'm gonna try different colors at some point, but right now I have to find a pen that will not fade or pick up the watercolors like this Posca is doing.
Let's see. The negative temperatures are fine as long as we're inside. Mushroom Girl would like to know what forest animal they should draw.
Oh, a beaver.
What?
I'm gonna try a colored pencil.
What courses would be good for an artist in high school?
Nope, no colored pencil. Come on, really? What courses would be good? I think any art course should be fine. Try the Crayola one. So it's Crayola, yeah. What do you guys think? Crayola?
Okay. Should I outline my art with white or another color?
You can outline it or not outline it. That is a personal choice.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There is a video called My Art is a Mosaic, and you can check that out. I do art myself, and it's all in the ugly stage.
Everything's in
Any
the ugly
tips?
stage for me.
So funny.
Yeah.
When you're down, what kind of art lifts you up?
Seeing other people's art does not lift me up. It depresses me. I go, oh God, I want to be able to draw like that.
Do you like canvases or paper better? Because I've never seen you use canvas.
Yeah, I don't like canvas. I don't like the feel of it.
When I draw portraits, my faces don't look like the reference. Please give me some tips.
Try tracing.
There is a video on how Scott found his art style. Please give me a color.
Payne's Gray.
Where did you get your Swissmetic bag?
eBay.
Okay, guys, for everybody who's asking, and a lot of you've asked, like in the last couple of seconds here, how did you find your art style? There is a video in the Art Hacks playlist called My Art is a Mosaic. That is a great explanation of how Scott found his art style.
All right, so I don't think Poscas are going to be it.
Tips on sketching people.
Practice.
How do you get the oversight to get the right size of the thing you're drawing? I always draw too small and don't take up the whole paper.
Oh, planning, sketch it out and kind of get all of the stuff very lightly so you can erase until you get it exactly the way you want to. It does take a little bit of planning. It's an extra 5 minutes, but just sketch lightly. I'm going to try this titanium white.
Please don't
Acrylic.
open it over the painting. Any tips to draw very precise graphite portraits from almost faded reference pics with no refined shades?
That is very, very, very specific.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just better if I just say no.
Okay.
I don't even know where to begin with that.
Can you do a tutorial for how to draw hair in your art style?
Oh yes, there are a couple. Just look for the art hacks playlist.
What's the hardest and easiest medium of art, and why do you think it's that hard or easy?
I think I think hard is relative to what you know, and like I think sculpting would be hard, but I think once I got into it, it would be kind of cool. But I think oil paint is hard, but I think if I spent a lot of time at it, I would get better at it. Yeah, it's like learning a language.
Crayola or Prismacolor?
Prismacolor.
Maybe try the Artex white marker if the set came with one.
I do have it, and I know it's not going to work. It's sitting right here.
Are you still using those white gel pens?
Yeah. See, this is the white. It's just they pick up the inks because the inks are the concentrated dyes. Yeah, the white gel pens are just too fine for me.
Is it time for a Prismacolor?
No, I tried the Prismacolor. Yeah. So the white pens are just too fine. Kind of like you, honey.
I love you. Thank you. It's horrible to use cold pressed paper for gouache. It's the only one I have.
No, it's not horrible at all.
I don't know what Scott's favorite white eyeliner is right now. He's having problems with
I have none.
So...
They're all dead to me.
They want a more in-depth tutorial on eyes. They want a more in-depth tutorial on noses. They want a more in-depth tutorial on hair in your specific style. What is your favorite feature to draw? Face, body, etc.
Hair.
Here says you probably won't see this, but I wanted to say that you changed my life and you changed my entire art journey, and I'm so grateful that I've come across you on the internet.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Thank
This
you.
is not Archie's watercolor paper. It is Canson watercolor.
Yeah, this is Canson. I wouldn't be doodling on an Arches. It's too expensive.
And I wouldn't let him. I would take it away. I love watching your tutorial videos and learn from them. Thank you very much for them. But can we get longer tutorial videos like how to paint skin and shadows and stuff? I told you they want to know how to do shadows.
I got it, but I am not a teacher.
If you could look at his face, he's like, how am I supposed to do this?
I don't know how to make a video over a minute. I really don't.
I also want a tutorial on how to draw eyes. How do you keep yourself motivated when you ruin a very good sketch made by you? Please tell me as I'm facing this right now.
Well, here, let me ruin this real quick.
Please don't.
I think you know, it depends. I've ruined several pieces, hundreds of pieces. Sometimes you just gotta go, okay, I'm never gonna draw it again, and it's done. Other times you go, okay, I will start over, and other times you say, I think I can fix it. You just have to go through it. Unfortunately, you just have to decide, is this something I think I could salvage, or is this something that I think I want to start over and I'll just do it better next time? You know what you still have left in the tank.
Have you tried 3D modeling?
Yeah, I'm not very good at it.
Scott did a video with his old sketchbooks from a long, long time ago to very recently. Do we remember what that was?
Which one?
A video of all of your sketchbooks, kind of like that.
Not all of them. I have a 2022 sketchbook.
No, but I'm thinking about the one from when you were little. They're asking specifically from stuff.
Yeah, just look up the words 40 years of art or something like that.
Old man, one of those. Just wanted to pop in and say that it's so cool of you to leave links to all of your supplies you use. Thank you for that.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. I do buy 90% of my, well, all of my art supplies I buy. So these are not sponsored or anything like that.
Yeah, we actually have told everybody, they've asked us if we want to, I don't know, if we want to get paid for some of the stuff, and we're like, no, but we want you to give our people a discount. Give all of our viewers that are going to see this review a discount. So everything that we've talked about, everything that he's tried that we have discount codes for, we're not getting paid for, because we just want you guys to be able to try these things. And if you have them and you're able to make art, it's better than not being able to make art. So, oh, he's done Posca markers.
Yeah, Posca markers.
Yeah.
I've got Poscas. I've got Crayola. I've got Artex. I've got thinner Poscas. I've tried all of these. I've tried paint. I've tried this stuff. I've tried this stuff, and it's just picking up the.
Devin says he's holding in the anger from every supply that isn't working for the way. That is so accurate.
Yeah. You know, like I said, layers, if you go over it enough times, then it's going to stop picking up what's underneath and you'll be okay. So, I mean, I could go over it with a colored pencil initially, but it's just so frustrating.
Hey, guess what? It went up to 3 whole degrees.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's practically balmy.
Your art is amazing. What is your tip for a beginner artist?
Oh, well, first of all, thank you. Draw what you see. Don't draw from your head.
What about spraying with a clear mat and then white?
I try not to spray my my art
Whiteout?
pieces.
A whiteout pen might work.
All right, we're going to try.
You sent me a tip.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, very sweet.
People say to just hold this down.
Oh boy, really?
Oh, it actually works.
Okay.
Let's try green.
I love the idea of giving your ruined painting to someone else to try and add their own style and do their own thing with. Casually teaches his audience and says, I'm not a teacher. What's your favorite color to use when doing art?
Payne's Gray.
This is the third 90-minute session. How can you make your art pop out more? Well, he's doing outlines right now. That always helps.
What do you guys think of the green?
Your videos are so inspiring. I finally am developing the confidence to try portraits with gouache and watercolors because of you.
Oh, fantastic.
We have Faber-Castell pencils to try.
Yes, I bought some.
BTW says, I love your videos. Any tips for people lost in life?
Lost in life?
Questions. What do you mean when you say lost in life? Like, are you just slogging through the day-to-day? Because that sucks. And you need to give yourself something to look forward to, because it's easy to get lost in the slog of everyday life. Give us a little more. Scott going through so many white meetings, he might wind up at a whiteout. There's a video for overcoming art block. Scott, why must you keep stressing us out? I'm getting the orange fiasco flashbacks again.
I know.
Every time you pick up a bottle, Anne Marie, Steph, Emma, everybody's like, don't hold it up in the paper. What's the matter with you? You're killing me. Oh, sorry, you're killing me. So, BTW, give us a little bit more.
They have to wait 60 seconds, honey.
Coffee or tea?
Who are you asking?
You. Coffee or tea?
Oh, tea.
You
You know that.
I know, but they want to hear it from you. Nixie says need more coffee. How long did it take for you to come up with your beautiful style?
Oh, I think it's an ever-growing thing. So I would say the first 30 years of my life was spent doing a realistic style, so to speak, where I would just copy photographs, and I am still kind of doing that now, which I'm sick of. But it wasn't until I started learning about Art Nouveau that I started to add a little bit of this to it.
Leanna, thank you. You're very sweet. Who is your favorite person to draw?
Oh, it's either Severus Snape or
Your lovely wife.
Ian McKellen, Linda Carter.
Oh, your lovely wife.
Now I'm tired.
What do you use for the inking? Everything I've got bleeds when I go over it with my watercolors.
Zebra brush pen. There's a link in our art supply list.
Waterproof is what you're looking for.
Yep.
Waterproof. You guys are funny. Oh, you're amazing too. Thank you. You guys are sweet. How do you build up the confidence to draw over a sketch that you really like?
Oh, there's no confidence. You just have to just try. If you really like the sketch, scan it in, take a picture of it, something. I do that sometimes. I go, oh God, I'm going to ruin this. I better take a picture of it, or I better scan it in.
We have the Caran d'Ache pencils. Scott's going to try those. You have the Posca and Crayola acrylic markers. Which do you prefer?
I like the Posca ones. I'm sorry, I like the Artex ones.
What's your favorite part of being an artist? My favorite part is the results.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like finishing a piece and realizing that before you started it, there was just a blank piece of paper. I think that's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, Scott's not gonna do spill art. He's first of all
Not
he
on
doesn't like
purpose.
the yeah, not on purpose. That's true. But he's not gonna. He doesn't has no interest in doing that really. Um, when are you gonna try all those colored pencils that we
Next week.
got? Next week? Okay. So between Christmas and New Year's, we'll try those, and then Bethany Primrose is gonna help me put together the giveaway for you guys, and we're gonna get those going in January. You guys will be able to sign up for giveaways. We're gonna have packages of art supplies to send out to you guys, and we'll draw names, and you guys can just put those in. I don't. What is the difference between a vlog and a live or a video? Because this person says, "Are you planning to do vlogs on your channel?" What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Um, I would think it's just longer videos.
Yeah, I don't know what those are, guys. And bear with me, I'm 53, so what happens if you mess up on a live?
I have.
You need to go to the hair journal where he spilt
I
the
think
orange
it's
ink.
day 8.
Yeah, spilt orange ink all over everywhere. It's still on the floor, actually, by the way. So we are in the Central Time Zone. Yes, if you go into art supplies that we've tried, the discount codes should still be available. Sometimes they put them up there for a limited time, like the Ghosts code for free Paramount Plus was only available in the US. Unfortunately, we didn't know until we started that one, and it's only good through the end of the year. Let's see. When did you decide that you were going to make drawing a career?
Oh, I think in high school when they said, "Okay, you got to go to college. What are you going to do?" Art.
He started making art when he was about 6 or 7 years old. Oh, gee whiz. Why would people do that? Why
What?
would they're telling me what vlogs are, but why would you do like a video logging your whole vacation and then put that on YouTube?
Some people like watching it, I would assume.
I don't want anybody to know if I'm on vacation. I'm just saying. Have you ever thought about giving up art? Every doggone day.
Some days you think about it, yeah, but honestly, we went through a period of time where financially we were losing our house. We were on food stamps. Things were not going good, and family was saying, maybe it's time to give up the art and go get a real job. Well, but the thing is that it was really hard for me to consider doing anything else because I think in a lot of ways, being an artist is part of who I am. It's not just something I do; it's who I am, and that was really tough for me to contemplate that.
Scott's favorite thing to draw is hair. Do you think I could be as good as you one day? I love watching art videos and streams, and I have autism.
Absolutely not. You're going to be much better than me.
Do you like The Princess Bride? Yes, he does.
My favorite movie.
Are you going to do the one-line challenge or other challenges?
I don't mind trying different challenges. I don't really know of the one-line challenge. I'm assuming it's drawing something with one line, though.
Everybody worldwide will be available to put your name in the hat for the giveaway of the art supplies. There are some countries I cannot ship to because they either confiscate everything at the border or things got returned to me. And usually that's India, and I apologize profusely for that. We've been trying, to figure it out, how to get stuff to you guys. Oh, you don't say vlogs, you just say blog.
Vlog.
Okay, vlog. Okay, well, I thank you for telling me, and please keep in mind I'm 53, so. Yes, Bethany posted in there, the supplies are there, and every time we have a code, it's next to the supply. Like if you see a picture of the Etcher books, there should be a code there next to that. And the codes should still be active. If they're not active, let me know. What is your opinion on digital art?
I think it's amazing.
If you had to choose a place to live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Narnia.
Can't do enough places, I don't think.
Narnia.
What advice would you give someone over 50 with no skill or experience who would like to start watercolor as a hobby?
Oh,
First of all, good for you for wanting to start something new at 50 years old.
yeah.
Go get them.
Just go for it. I picked up watercolor. What you see me doing, I had never done it before I turned 40. So it is something that you can totally do.
I love the travel kit you came up with. Do you plan to come out with one with a higher quality paint at a slightly higher price point someday? No plans are in the works.
Yeah.
But never say never.
Never say never. Like if Winsor and Newton approaches me and says, "Hey, yeah, that would be fantastic," but really, so long as it's cheaper than what you can currently get it, because otherwise it's just slapping my name on something that you can go and buy right now, because that's what I'm using. So I really don't feel comfortable putting my name on something, or definitely my face. But it was for a good cause, and it was a way to get art supplies out there a little cheaper, which is great.
Yeah, we did it because all of you kept asking for what kind of supplies and this and that. Yeah, Brazil's another one that is not
cooperating.
Hard time shipping to. It just never arrives when we've shipped there, unfortunately. And I wish I could do something about that, like tell people, don't steal things at the border, or can you please just get this where it needs to be, because I really wanted to send it to this person. And let's see. Imagine you were in Narnia. What would be the first thing you'd do? Mine is take pictures with Aslan.
Yeah, probably.
Hang out with Reepicheep and learn how to.
Yeah, sword fight with Reepicheep.
That would be on the top of the list. What's your favorite dog breed? Rescue. Rescue is my favorite dog breed.
All right, I think I'm going to leave this for now.
Oh, Brandy says, do it. I just started watercolor this year at 54.
Oh,
Yay!
it's great.
Do it, do it, do it. Will Donna paint? Donna has tried painting. Donna does not enjoy painting. Donna likes to journal. However, in trouble finding the Artex code. Okay, Artex is only available on Amazon. And
yeah, there's no code for it.
There's no code because they're already so cheap.
Yeah, it's like $25.
Yeah. What countries aren't shipped to? Well, right now it's India and Brazil, and there's a couple in the Middle East that we can't ship to, and there's a couple in Africa we can't ship to. So tell me what country you're in, and I'll tell you if I can ship to you or not. Oh, we're going to hold the art supply giveaway on our website. We're not going to do it here on YouTube. It's too hard. We'll do it again on the website, and you can, we're going to do packages of different supplies. Like I'll do a Crayola package, and I'll do a colored pencil package, and I'll do something else. Everything will come with an art supply and a book to use that art supply in. So if it's a watercolor, it'll have a watercolor, or a mixed media sketchbook. It'll have pencils and paper to do with the pencils, or a notebook and something to go with the notebook. So everything will have something to do with art, so you guys can start. We just want everybody who we can possibly reach out to be able to make art in the new year. That's what we want to do.
Blow dryer.
know when to stop detailing on your piece of art.
When
Also known as noodling here in the Hobbit Hole.
when Donna finally shuts up so we can go.
Is it time? Whoa, okay, the last time I looked at the clock, it said 10:17.
A couple times I've been like, all right, I think I'm done. And then she's still talking.
I'm reading the comments. Will Art finally get me a girlfriend? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Scott's taking the fifth on that and I refuse to answer. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys go now because I looked at the clock and I guess it's now time to go.
Well, now she has green eyebrows. Thanks to you.
Dude.
All right. Well, we hope all of you who celebrate have a wonderful Christmas. And we will see you on Monday.
Yes.
Oh, also, for those of you who are on the Discord, it will be closed.
Yeah, we're closing it from Christmas Eve until the 27th.
Until Tuesday.
No, yeah, Tuesday. We're going to reopen on the 27th. Our mods are wonderful, and we love them, and they deserve some time with their families. And so we're going to be closed Christmas Eve until the 26th. We'll reopen on the 27th. Okay? So we hope you guys have a great holiday, whatever holiday you celebrate, and we love you. And please, for everybody who's in the path of all of this freezingness, stay warm, guys. Stay warm, have some tea and some cocoa, and we love you all very much. And from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for being here with us.
Yeah.
Every time we go live. Thank you so much. You've made this year for us.
It's been amazing.
It has been. It's been wonderful. And so thank you very much from all of us. Bye, everybody.
Bye.